A lady named Charu was a noble housewife. She lived in a small house with her husband Ravi and mother-in-law Kanta ji. Charu had been married for 2 years. Charu's husband loved her very much, but her mother-in-law was a very cruel woman and she did not treat Charu well. All the time she used to find faults in every work of Charu and used to taunt her that, "Charu, you don't even know how to cook. You can't even clean the house properly and don't take care of me well. I have just ruined my life by getting my son married to you." Charu used to get very sad hearing her mother-in-law's harsh words and started crying. But Charu's husband used to correct her mood with his love. One day, Ravi was coming home from his office. On the way, he met with an accident and died. Charu was shocked to hear the news of her husband's death. Charu's mother-in-law blamed the death of her son on Charu. She said to Charu, "You are wretched, and because of that my son died." Charu was so sad that she was not aware of anything. Her life was deserted after the life partner left. After the 25 days of Ravi's death, Charu came to know that she is pregnant. She was overjoyed. The sign of her love would come in the world. But Charu's mother-in-law angrily said, "When my son is not in this world, then whose child is this?" Charu could not bear this charge on her character and started crying. Charu's mother-in-law threw her out of her house by calling her characterless. Charu came to stay with her mother. After 9 months, Charu gave birth to a loving son. He looked exactly like his father Ravi. Charu had decided to devote her entire life to the upbringing of her son. After 5 years, one day when Charu was in the market, she found a friend of Ravi. He told her that a few months ago, Ravi's mother's mental balance deteriorated and she is still in the mental hospital. Charu was very sorry to hear this news, but Charu's mother-in-law might have got the fruits of her actions. Knowing about the pathetic condition of her mother-in-law, she could not stop herself from going to her, and when she reached the mental hospital, she saw that her mother-in-law was murmuring the name of her son, lying unconscious in a room. Charu went with her son near to Kantaji and placed her hand on her shoulder. Kantaji raised her head, and as soon as she saw her grandson, she saw the image of her son's childhood in front of her, because Deepak's face was exactly like that of his father Ravi. On seeing Deepak, she considering him as her son, addressed him as Ravi and hugged him by her neck. With this spiritual match, suddenly Kantaji's mental condition became right. Kantaji was completely fine now. As soon as she recovered, Kantaji hugged Charu and took her house and happily spent the rest of her life with them. Kantaji was re-experiencing her son's childhood as a grandson. Friends, sometimes elders also make mistakes. In such a situation, we the little ones should maintain our generosity towards them. With time, they will realize their mistake and one day they will definitely understand our importance. So guys, how did you like the story? Do tell me by commenting. Thank you.